What's going on with Bryan Mbeumo? Because I was just asking Sebastian Basson there whether he'd like to see him at Tottenham, but Manchester United seem to be in the driving seat.
At the moment, it feels like he's headed to Old Trafford. We know that there were a number of sides that were interested in Bryan Mbeumo. His record since joining Brentford in 2019 has been phenomenal. He's just coming off the back of his best ever season with regards to goals and assists. He's a key part of that Brentford side. But once again, his contract is running down. Hence why Manchester United are seeing this as an opportunity. We know that there is interest from Tottenham as well. We know that there were other sides in the Premier League that were keen on Mbeumo. But it looks like he's heading to Old Trafford. They're just preparing a second offer, which they're hoping will get the player.
Bryan Mbeumo, the fantastic player of Brentford. Guys, what I'm hearing at the moment is that the conversation, club to club, Man United, Brentford, is still ongoing, is still underway. So talks ongoing for this story, talks ongoing for this deal, but at the moment, still waiting for Manchester United to try reach an agreement on the fee with Brentford. They tried with the first bid, it was 10 days ago, rejected by Brentford. Man United remain in conversations, they are trying to find a way. Remember how important will be the outgoings for Manchester United this summer. We said about Onana for the goalkeeper, but for example, there are many players who are completely out of the project. And so Rashford, Sancho, let's see what's going to happen also with the situation of Garnacho, who is still expected to leave Manchester United. So all these players to leave can generate money and funds for players to join Manchester United in these summer transfer window. So we have to be patient, see what's going to happen with the exits. Meanwhile, Manchester United are still working on the Bryan Mbeumo deal with Brentford. Then is not done at this stage, still working club to club. Man United fans will have to be patient also because again, the financial part is important. They already invested the big money on Mateus Cunha. They will not play Champions League football or European football at all next season, and this is why patience is important to find the right balance. But let's see what happens with all the players I mentioned and also with Anthony. There were some approaches for Anthony also from Italian clubs in the recent days and weeks, but my understanding is that Anthony still...
Today, you can check skysports.com and the app for all of the details on the fixtures, but there's been some... As he arrived, obviously people were saying Bryan Mbeumo, potentially, to come along with him, knows him very, very well, has thrived under him. Can you see it happening, Michael?
If I was predicting now, I could still probably see him going to Manchester United.
Oh, okay.
Because it seems like his heart was set on there, and then it's, oh, hang on, I've got an option here. I've got Thomas Frank still, who he admires, adores, and has done so well with him. London, Champions League football. But I still think he'll end up at Manchester United. I could be wrong, but that's how I see it now as of tonight. Spurs want attacking reinforcements in that area. There is interest in Antoine Semenyo of Bournemouth. They like the player, not so sure if they potentially like the price that Bournemouth, we talk about Bournemouth nearly the whole hour. They've received a lot of money for a lot of players. They don't want to be decimated, do they? So that's one to keep an eye on. They do like him, but we'll have to wait and see. There's Kudus from West Ham, they like as well. But yeah, it's a really, we say it all the time, I know we do, but it's a big summer because Spurs jug like Europa League and Premier League. They put all the eggs in the Europa League basket last year, and Ange Postecoglou will say, well, I got it right, didn't I? You can't...
Player who's certainly proved he can hack it in the Premier League already. Bryan Mbeumo, what a season he had for Brentford. Will he be following his boss Thomas Frank out of the club, though? Could he be heading to either Tottenham or Manchester United this summer? We'll get the Spurs angle shortly, Michael. Let's start with you, Mark. Manchester United long linked with Bryan Mbeumo. Now they have competition for him. How confident will they be that they can sign him?
Well, they'll be really confident because there's been other Premier League sides that have also shown an interest in Bryan Mbeumo as well.